All right, so hello everyone. Ozzy saying in the chat, bit of a surprising stream, but nice to join you all. It's a bit echoey. I'm downstairs because it is 1:45 in the morning, but we got to do it. We got to me and Limbu.
Grammarly is your personal writing
for Christ's sake,
for clear emails, confident
right, turn that off. Did the audio actually share?
Oh yeah, it did.
Oh, good. Right, and now it's right. Free Oak, my guys. Yeah, so basically, there's this streamer called Settlers Lament. I haven't seen him before, actually. I've heard of him, but excuse me. I think he did some stuff with Sargon, long time ago. And I think he's also done responses to Vouch. But we were watching his stream because young Eno was on there, and oh dear, like. He has this mate with him who's called Panama Hat, right? And this guy's like he's like an Evolarian, and he's come up with this whole Ride the Tiger thing. It's just like bloody hell. Like, what is the? I mean, the 3 or 4 of them were just selling total black pills, and the thing is, they've got no solutions. They're not going anywhere with it. They're just taking money off basically depressed people. And you see like his money flying into this guy. I think he made the time I was checking, like he made like 30 quid in like 20 minutes. But like, I mean, there's a special fucking place in hell reserved to people who sell black pills to like young people on the internet, right? And even if it was true, like I mean, to an extent, it's true. I mean, this Panama Hat guy calls himself a Catholic and then is like a big Evola fan. Evola absolutely loathes the Catholic Church. It was the ultra pagan. I mean, in my view, you can't be both. I mean, the two things are totally in opposition. And I think that they're right in the sense that like you can't be like a fascist or like a fucking yeah, High Tory gang. If this is the restart of High Tory gang.
High Tory gang.
Yeah, and this a few of our guys we were looking at it. All right, I'll run it through slowly for you, Ozzy. Basically, there was this guy called Settlers Lament. He's like a neo-reactionary, like really ultra far right guy. And this other guy, Panama Hat, who's a Spenglerist, like fascist, ultra fascist, like neo-Nazi. And then there was Eno was on there, who needs no introduction. And I think there was some Christian guy, like for him owning a fucking Bible is frankly quite questionable, to be honest. This guy seems like total fucking moron, frankly. Sorry, I'm not being, but Jesus Christ. And you know, they basically were just saying, "Oh, he's gone. Where's Limbu gone? I think he's dropped off." Doop-a-doop-a-doo. I'll send him the link again. Okay, he's got the link. Right, where were we? Come back. Oh, there he is. Righto.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. This. Hang on. I'll have to mute you. Sorry. But like, you know, if you like Evola or you like Spengler, or you know, you want to throw Jews in a wood chipper, then there isn't a political solution for you. But you know, if you want to provide, you know, a bit of right wing collectivism to people, you know, and that's what people need. You know, you see like people. You know, I was listening to Radio 4 the other day, and you know, they were saying like 4 out of 10, you know, young women are depressed, like 3 out of 10 young guys, and you think what people need is a bit of tie to the soil, right? And a bit of tie to Christian morality. And you know, I was looking at, like, you know, I watch a bit of what Holy Trinity Brompton does, which you probably wouldn't agree with a lot of what they say, because they're a Protestant church, but like, it's providing that community, it's providing that little bit of you know, racination and real ties to things. I think people really need that, and you know, that's what the right are here to do. And you know, I look at the left, right? You know, we had the election just this week, right? The local elections, and the left, they're nowhere. You know, the left are nowhere. You know, they can't. You know, Hartlepool used to be a Labour stronghold. It's Peter Mandelson's seat, right? And they were nowhere near. You know, if you put all the other parties together, you wouldn't have got up to how the Tories did. And I saw the Heritage Party finish fourth, which is, you know, a point of, you could say it's a white pilling point, or, you know, but yeah, I don't share this black pill thing. And the issue is, right, when you tell people there's no solution, everyone go to the woods, you're not doing anything yourself, buddy. Like this Panama hat guy as well. Might have to go back upstairs a minute because I'm running out of battery on my laptop. But you know, it's disconnected from reality, and you're not in line with normal people, I'm afraid. And your people have brought up this Panama hat guy. To be fair to him, Panama hat was the one who wanted to have me on, and Settler Cement didn't. But you know, just what? Like, it's just you're out of touch with reality, man. Like, there's certain things. You know, Otto von Bismarck said, "Politics is the art of the possible." Right? You know, you have to pick your battles, don't you? You're not going to be able to deport all the Jews. You know, like if I don't want to do that, but like realistically, there's no political solution to do that. You're not going to be able to deport all non-white people forcibly. You're not going to be able to, Limbu's here, like, you know, Catholics. You're not going to be able to ban condoms. You know, realistically, are you? You know, it's the hills you want to die on, and like, you know, the hill you should be happy to die on is ties to the community. You know, bit of spirit and a bit of, you know, working together, and you know, that's what it's about, right? And you're sitting there saying, oh, sorry, you're trying to go. Well, so to speak up. You can come off mute now, Limbu. But I mean, this guy, like, people just pinging money at this guy, right? It's just black. I've just had enough of fucking black pill porn. And you know, these people are asked at the end to give solutions, and the guy says, join a fucking polo club. Like, what on earth? I've had enough. At least I'm down. It's late in the night. I don't want to shout too much, but yeah, I've just had enough of this like, oh, it's all over. Like, look at the political situation. There's no left wing. Like it's, you know, we could become a second Hungary. There could be a big vacuum for a right wing solution. And yeah, maybe, you know, we're not going to be able to deport all the Jews, right? But you know, if you want to do that, then I'm sorry, there's no political solution for you. You're right. You know, maybe you should go to the woods, but real solutions, you know, ties to the community, you know, real ties to God that can bring you real morality. And it's all about morality. You know, you can't have state morality without religion, can you? I mean, where do your values come from if not from religion? This is what Burke said. I've got a video coming out in a few days on that, but I'll let Limbu talk for a bit now. But yeah,
Yeah. Whole stream. I have to say beforehand, I I was a fan of Settlers' Lament for a long time. You could say I was quite well NRX pilled, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I'm not quite fond of this terminology, but it is what it is. What really struck me about the stream was that
be right back.
it was a Canadian, and this Canadian was talking about how Britain has fallen, everything wrong with England, the Anglosphere. Well, not the Anglosphere, but just UK in general. But he's Canadian, and no disrespect to our Canadian brothers or anything, but the idea, the idea of what Canada's doing, it's multiculturalism, how the institutions, the establishments were left-wing accelerated for a very long time. It's it's a big massive oxymoron. And this whole thing, I had this conversation with this uh Catholic bloke, and this was on NRX versus High Tory Gang as a joke, but he said, as a Catholic, you can't stand with High Tory Gang. Well, as a person who's British assimilated, and yeah, as a person who's been British assimilated, Pope Pius the 12th once said, "It is quite legitimate for nations to treat their differences as a sacred inheritance and to guard them at all cost." And it so went forth with Pope John Paul when he said, "A presumption of a nation's right is certainly its right to exist. Therefore, no one, neither a state, nor another nation, nor an international organization, is ever justified in asserting that an individual nation is not worthy of existence." So, with the culture of Britain and its historical ties, especially with the Gurkhas and the Gurkhas myself and the British Empire, um, the just this bond, and yes, maybe I don't agree with Anglicanism, but it's it unites the communities. It unites from small parishes to your big archbishops. What England, what this what this is England, English traditionalism, which we need to keep. Although I'm not a big fan of Anglican theology, so I'll pass it back to Oak.
All right, cool. Oscar N asks why was streaming so late at night. It's because I just felt like firing up. I haven't got work till 12, so you know. Let's get the he actually had to end. I might disavow this slightly, but uh, he did have to end the stream early because there were people in the chat. You know, I was just saying to him, like, you know, I don't agree with what you're saying, right? You know, that everything's so utterly pointless. He's like, oh, like, what's the point of doing a stream if you just think everything's totally pointless, right? I mean, what's the point? Like this Panama hat guy as well, especially. I've developed a special distrust of the stuff this guy comes out with, because I think seems to me very liberal. He was making this like materialist arguments about why the empire was bad and shit. It's like, what? He's like, bro, it's our fucking team. What do I have to I get this through to you people? He's like, basically the empire was bad because of my universalist morality and because Spengler said so. Spengler hates you. Spengler is your racial enemy. All right, he fucking hated English people. You know, you could say for good reason, but I mean, for if you're him, but anyway, special place in hell for people that sell black pills on the internet. You know, you're not. Just do something. I mean, I know I hate on PA, but like at least they do something. I mean, it's a wrong thing, and I don't agree with them on an awful lot of things. But banning, you know, and the second there's any dissent, the guy bans me and blocks me on Twitter, right? cannot handle the people questioning this narrative that everything is fucked, right? Surely you want people to be able to hear like potential like solutions to the ways out, right? Um, I'm gonna say it. There's a lot of money in selling these black pills, man. If I could, do people want me to go here and say, "Oh well, Christian morality's finished. Oh well, this, and this, and this." I don't think it's true. Number one. Anyway, he's coming, but I'm a conservative. I've never even read a vote. I was talking about. Well, the thing is, Panama Hat's done stuff on what's it called it, Evola and Spangler and stuff. So I'm a businessman doing business. I'm a businessman doing business. Shit. Yeah, but that's true. He did. Um,
One thing I have
I think
mentioned.
Settlers messaged me saying, "Do I want to do a stream?" It depends on the topic, but I just reject the black pills, man, because it means people don't fucking do anything. Sorry. And I think I don't believe that what we think here is particularly out of line with conservative mainstream conservatism, right? And there's absolutely a market for what we're selling, and perhaps there's some things you can't approach, and perhaps you have to court a few of the elites, perhaps. But I mean, if there's a market for what you're doing and you can differentiate it from nasty things that people don't want to associate with, then I absolutely do think that there's potential. If you want to, it's a bit late at night, but I was just doing a quick one. Yeah, but Moldbug's got some things right, but I mean, it's defeated because people don't want to do anything. It's too late for a debate on it, and I don't want to invite him on just because I'm not going to ban him from the chat like he did for me, but it's a bit late to be having a debate. We could at some point if you can pick like a specific topic, but yeah.
I mean,
Free
like I
Nelson.
said, I'm still a big fan of Settlers Lament. I do like his videos, but I think on this stream, how he framed it and how his guests framed it, I don't agree with it at all. The idea that Britain how to fix Britain is a fusion of, economic liberalism and social conservatism does not inherently work. The idea of the individual, the free market, mixing in with social community work of conservatism and the basic idea of localism and how that works, it just doesn't work at all. Also on tradition. Tradition is a truth at all. It's simply understood as it's tried and true. And that's why we have tradition. Tradition is a truth in the knowledge. So when we have ideas like liberalism, reformation, etc., what? Okay, I think there's one important topic here. Oh yeah, Cellularment is definitely not anti-Sem. Yeah, he's not. I've watched his videos and I think I can clarify on that. But back on topic, what I'm talking about, the general censures and ideas that you can bring in a harmony of what Christ wanted and what Peter laid the rock for capitalism. Capitalism, free market. I don't think that works at all, especially with Catholic social teaching and how the church would want an economic system. So yeah, that's my take. Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, they were saying on the stream, like, Toryism is never going to be the answer. But I mean, if you look at the history of this country, the history of this country is Toryism. I mean, the idea of, God and, Queen and, the church, those are the values that stuck this country together. Admittedly, modern Toryism has moved away from that. But like, again, like, what's the point of just doing these? Like, he's not the only one who does it, and I'm, perhaps being a little unfair because I was a bit pissed off, but like, he's blocked me on Twitter for no fucking reason. Right? I haven't even tweeted at him, firstly. Like, and I put stuff in his chat saying I disagreed, and they banned me. So all these people were like, there was like 10 or 15 people putting hashtag free Oak the whole stream. He has to end the thing early, which is pretty funny. But I mean, what do you expect? I mean, we could say it's the Streisand effect, couldn't we? But look.
Yeah, on Phil's topic of economic liberalism will lead to cultural liberalism, I totally agree. And on his stream on cultural Marxism and cultural capitalism. I forgot who that communist philosopher was, but what essentially economic liberalism, capitalism, it creates the idea that it consents through culture, and what and and like some Northern nationalists said, this leads to cultural liberalism, and that's why we had degeneracy, rather than heading to the centre left, or you could say centre right, distributism or like some corporatism. I mean, that would work on a framework of localism and trying to work with the community, especially a traditional conservative one. But on the idea of the free markets, no, I, I I don't agree with that. But I'm just re-clarifying my points. Yeah.
Atama makes the central point. I mean, it's partly because I'm just tired of like fucking people who aren't British having just terrible, terrible takes on Britain. They're just like, "Do you think Britain's cringe?" Yeah, we spread liberalism throughout the world. It's like liberalism's not a dirty word, really. I mean, in terms of like, I'm pro-liberty. I mean, you can look at different people that were pro-liberty, like the Italian elite theorists, for example. They ended up becoming like pretty, what most people would say would like be pretty far right, And then you've got obviously people like what's his name, Hopper, who became an absolute monarchist. People like and again Burke. People that support liberty, begin to support like sort of quite what you could say authoritarian forms of government just because they're the best way to preserve liberty. I mean, in terms of like in terms of Christianity, right? Instilling those strong moral values on people within a community, those values that they need and desire, and people are calling out for a bit of fucking meaning in this world, right? That's what people want, right? And we can provide that. That's fine, but yeah, it just gets me. Like, people are not going to do anything if they just constantly hear like, there's no hope. We got nowhere. There's a big potential for what people are doing. People are switching on. People are, changing their lives. I see it every day in terms of people evangelizing in real life, in terms of, in terms of politics, right? A lot of people are switching on to this message, right? 60% of people in this country voted for a party that they think is right wing, and 75% of people in this country oppose mass migration. And 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10 people have this deep like fucking depression the whole time. And a lot of elites also agree that someone gave Lawrence Fox 5 million quid, right, to run like an anti-woke liberal party, right? So there's demand for this stuff. And I'll say it to you, like I don't think it's a struggle that's like completely lost at all. I think I don't like defeatism. I don't think you can be a Christian and be totally defeatist, because you have to believe that fundamentally God has a purpose for everyone, right? And that it's a fundamental belief that at times is quite difficult, but I think it's true. I have a belief in the people of this country that if we can return to God, we'll be filled with the nutrients of the Lord, like it says in, I think, Isaiah. Filled with the nutrients of the Lord and grow up like a great tree. I believe it. I believe it, right? So I don't mean to swear. So I threw my order out this because it's just like, give me money. Oh, give me a super chat that I won't read. Like, what a Jesus Christ. I mean, Royal Oak is the next Canwell. I'm not a libertarian. I'm not okay. I imagine Bentham a lot worse. Is utilitarianism? Yeah, I agree. But yeah, imagine being blackpilled. Yeah, I'm so and I feel kind of bad that people were filling the chats, but I mean, Streisand effect, my friend. You blocked me on Twitter for no reason, and you fill the chat with banning me from the chat for counter signaling your nonsense. You deserve it at the end of the day. So, right, he's messaged me again. I'm not going to read it, frankly, until I can't be bothered.
Against black pill is that of the white pill. I think I've already said this once on Iron Duke's stream, but Ecclesiastes 3:18-20, the grass is withered and the flower is fallen, but the word of our Lord endureth forever. So there's a lot more positivity than your black pills in the Bible and in dogmas and doctrines of the Catholic Church. Well, I'm talking one-to-one here with Settler, but You can certainly make the case for the Anglican Church as well. It's not doom and gloom.
But yeah, he's just messaged me as well. But perhaps I've been perhaps misinformed about some things. These things. Going off that stream, I mean, I can criticize the stream just in itself, but yeah, I apologize if people are filling his chat. I mean, it's your fault really. But yeah, is there anything else we got to say? I don't know.
No.
No, don't be black-pilled. I might take the stream down. But yeah, anything to say finally?
Go subscribe. I want 100 subs. That's it.
Right. Don't be black-pilled. Solutions will come, I believe. Yeah, I believe in what we do. You know, so there's people are dying for the stuff. Anyway, thank you.
Yeah.
37's in the chat. Oh, High Tory Gang. Well, should we put the high? We can put the High Tory Gang theme on. This is the beginning of High Tory Gang 3, folks. Wherever it is.
No, it's season 4. I'm pretty sure.
Season 4. Season 4.
Oh, what's going on?
I'm just checking it in. Hang on.
Oh.
Wrong window.
Oh, come on.
Are you ready? All right, here we go.
I do really need to get an ad blocker, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Right, High Tory Gang 3, boys. Bomber Harris, do it again. Right, I think you get the idea. Bomber Harris, do it again.
Yeah.
If I've said things about what do you call it, settlers lament that are untrue, then I apologize. But yeah, that concludes it. Good evening, everyone. Is there anything else I've got to say? I think I've pretty much said everything.
No,
Haven't
not really.
Yeah, go in peace, love one another, and God save the Queen. Thank you very much.
God save the Queen.